Very good afternoon, dear students. In the previous video classes, just we have gone through with what do we mean by e-business, what are the merits and demerits of e-business. E-business in the sense, it is a process of buying and selling of goods and services across telecommunication network is called telemarketing, e-business. Either you can say that e-business refers to buying and selling of goods and services through network communication is called e-business. Under that we have learnt what are the merits and demerits of e-business, and let us see the next concept, e-business models. See here, this is important for 6 marks question. They will ask what do you mean by e-business. Briefly explain the models of e-business. Here you have 4 types, either 4 models of e-business, that is B2B, B2C, B2G, C2C. B2B in the sense business to business. So business to business in the sense it is an internet, either an a network software where it provides the business to customers in order to go for buying and selling of goods and services, and it also acts as a central source of information where it will provide the detailed information to the customers in order to go for buying and selling of goods and services, where it works from one business sector to another business sector. So that is called B2B, and it is provide very good services. Take example of insurance companies, real estate, banking, where the banking business can be undertaken between one banking sector to another banking sector. Insurance companies and real estate business, they will share the information, they will provide the details regarding the flow of information between one organization to another organization, depend upon one sector to another sector. So that is called B2B business, that is business to business, where the entire activities will be takes place. And next you have B2C. B2C is nothing but business to customers. Business to customers in the sense where it has growing very rapidly in order to fulfill the need and requirement of the customers, where the customers feel convenient to come and purchase the products and services and paying the value of the product through the digital services with the help of software, and where get the services, where they will go for buying and selling of goods and services with the help of networks, where the financial transactions can be takes place with the arrangement of digital softwares, because the buying and selling can be takes place through with online process, and easily they can deal with the business activities. That is called B2C. Take example of retail outlets, and take example of e-retail shops like electronic retail shops, and purchasing of airlines, purchase of air tickets, and in order to go for making investment in the share markets, that is stock market. So that is called B2C, business to consumers. And next you have B2G, that is business to government. Business to government in the sense, see, this is another important model of an e-business where it involves with selling of goods and services with the local, state, either federal agencies. Locally they involve with buying and selling of goods and services, either they deal with one state to another state, either they deal with the federal agencies. So that is called B2G, business to government, where certain activities will take place in order to go for buying and selling of goods and services with the help of the government. And next you have C2C, that is customer to customer. See here, even it is the another model of an e-business where the customer directly sell the goods and services to another customers through via online, as classified as an actions or selling of personal services, either where it involves with the export services and increases the product and gives the information and details about the goods and services, where the customers, C2C, customers to customers, either consumer to customers, where they involve with buying and selling of goods and services between one consumer to another consumer. So that is called C2C. And next you have M-commerce. M-commerce is nothing but mobile commerce. So these are all the e-business models. B2B stands for business to business. B2C stands for business to consumer. B2G stands for business to government. C2C stands for consumer to consumers. So these are all the e-business models. And next concept we have telemarketing. See, e-business, telemarketing, green marketing, virtual marketing, M-marketing. These all the recent trends in marketing activities. And next you have telemarketing. Telemarketing in the sense where it involves with buying and selling of goods and services from through utilization of telecom, either on a telephone. So it is a form of a direct marketing. Okay, next you have telemarketing. Telemarketing in the sense it is a form of direct marketing. Here marketers goes direct to the consumers using ಟೆಲಿಕಾಮ್. ಒಂದು ಟೆಲಿಕಾಮನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದು ಲಿಂಕನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟೆಲಿಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೇರ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಲಿಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ telemarketing. But you should keep in mind here telemarketing in the sense where we utilize the landline phones to communicate between one person to another person. But present you can see telemarketing has got down. Landlines ಅನ್ನು ಯಾರು ಅಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. They will use through mobile phones like that. But landlines ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆಫೀಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗೂ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟೆಲಿಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್. ಇದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಟೆಲಿಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಐದರ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಪಾಸ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ telephone is called telemarketing. And let us see the merits of telemarketing. First point, facilitates personalized contacts. Where we involve with often a telemarketing, it facilitates the personalized contacts in the sense where we have a personal contacts between the customers when we go for communicating certain information which has been related to the ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಐದರ್ ಅನ್ ಎ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ದ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವೀಸಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ prospectus where it gives the detailed information regarding the products and services. It is a circular, either it is a notice where it gives the detailed information regarding the business. And next point you have concentrate on select prospects. First we will give the main importance to the selected prospects where we have a positive feedback. Once you call and give a particular information regarding the details of the product which is going to be arise in the market and where you have a positive response, ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ and less expensive. And even this telemarketing we have less expensive. It's not create more expensive and suitable for industrial and consumer durables. This type of marketing will be suitable for consumer durables in order to promote the consumer products and suitable industrial products. and so suitable for industrial and consumer durables. This type of telemarketing will be suitable for industrial and consumer durables. Both the things can be utilized these services. So these are all the merits of telemarketing. Facilitates personalized contact, influence the prospectus, concentrate on selected prospects, less expensive, suitable for industrial and consumer durables. And let us see the disadvantages. There is no disadvantages. And next, in telemarketing, another example you can see call centers, where they can utilize the telephones in order to communicate with the customers and respond to the customers whatever the problems which is going to be arised by the customers. So these are all the call center images, where you can see the landlines are being used in order to communicate with the customers. And let us see what do you mean by call centers. So it is a real operation theater in telemarketing. The call centers usually as a manager in overall charge, a few supervisors and requires a number of telecallers. Telemarketing ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಹೂ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ದ ಟೆಲಿಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ in order to have a group, either it may be 6 or 7 callers. Each supervisor will handle one such team. ಒಂದು ಟೀಮನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಟೆಲಿಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ and speak into their headsets as a telephone operators to do any telephone exchanges. Here to communicate with the people, either to give the detailed information regarding the products. They will sit in front of the tele networks and they will communicate between one to another. For this best example, you can take example of BPOs, business process outsourcing. Most of the companies will use BPOs in order to interact with the customers and in order to solve if any problems which is going to be arise to the customers. So these are all the telemarketings, either market, either call centers. I think you have been clear. Telemarketing in the sense it is a direct marketing, where the marketers goes direct to the consumers using telecom or IT facilities. Either it is a direct marketing where it involves with buying and selling of goods and services through utilization of telephone. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೆಲಿಫೋನನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಟೆಲಿಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೆರಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಲಿಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್. ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಲೆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಿವ್ and suitable for industrial and consumer durables. And next we have demerits, that is disadvantages. Just I will explain like that only. There is no PPT for that, I have been prepared. Okay, listen like that only. Under that first disadvantage you have damage the reputation of the business if it carried out poorly. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗತ್ತಂದರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ರೆಪ್ಯುಟೇಷನನ್ನು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. When you carry out it poorly, take example, suppose if you are communicating any information, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನನ್ನು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರ, you are not being satisfied with that organization, either that organization is not providing you the effective incentives, either remunerations like that. On that time, if you give any wrong information regarding the business, it will damage the reputation for the organization. And second demerit, training staff is considered as a time consuming and costly. So to give the training to the employees who are going to involve with the telemarketing, they are very cost and it takes the time consumption in order to train them. And next point, irritates the customers. Certain times the calls will come on the unwanted times and that irritates the customer. Certain times you have been experienced with that unwanted times, night 10 12 like that, you will get some company calls. Nowadays all are become alert. If they saw the number, they will reject to receive the call. but it irritates the customers when the calls come on the unwanted time and replace the sales team, leading to the negative feelings. When you go on continuously changing the team, either the employees who are working in your organization, it will create the negative impact in the society. So these are all the demerits of telemarketing. Once again I will repeat the points. Damage the reputation of the business if carried out poorly. ಯಾರು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರೇನಾದರೂ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೆಪ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇರಿಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್. ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇರಿಟೇಷನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಟೀಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ disadvantages of telemarketing. Thank you dear students. In the next video we will see what do you mean by M marketing.